Gym changed my life. Growing up, I'd have never imagined myself being in the position that I'm in today. Younger me felt like an outcast, and to an extent, I guess I still feel like that now. Like when I was younger, I would spend hours just gaming every night after school to the point where I had 2 weeks off school and I'd become rank 3 in the world at domination on Call of Duty. I'm a true sweater. I hated most things about myself, which is probably again where I found comfort, and I still do, with gaming, because it was an escape from reality. It almost allowed hours to pass by where I wasn't thinking about how shit my life is. And with being an introverted character as well, I like my own space, which sometimes can get quite annoying. And on top of all of that, I am a fussy eater. Now, people say I sound like a kid when I say I'm a fussy eater, but it's true. Like, my diet consists of chicken, beef, Rice Krispies, and whey protein. No fruit, no veg. It's just who I am, and that's the cards I've been dealt with. But Liam, you could try more food. Trust me, I've already tried that. You see, my transformation isn't your typical overweight guy to shredded. It's actually the complete opposite. I went from being a skinny guy, trying to play rugby, to pretty much gaining a lot of weight, but it probably wasn't the right way. However, at the time, it helped me massively with my confidence. And then, obviously, stepping on stage, doing a photo shoot, and really realising the power of prioritising yourself. I always felt embarrassed about how I looked. It's probably why maybe I still have traits now of being a very introverted character. I used to always struggle with conversations to the point where, to this day, I find it very difficult to make eye contact with people when I'm talking to them, which seems very weird when I'm talking to a camera right now. A vivid memory of mine is always playing rugby and having to tape the sleeves on my arms just to make my arms look a bit bigger. Until I remember very clearly the day where I played against Aldridge and some guy called me out on it, and I've never been so disheartened in my life. I was completely ashamed of my physique. There's so many things I remember doing in the past, like editing photos so it looked like I had a six-pack, and then some girl found out that it wasn't my six-pack and I'd edited it. Absolutely embarrassing. But I guess I always had a love for rugby, and this is where the gym, I guess, kicked in. It wasn't until after my first year of playing college at rugby that I realised how skinny and how weak I was. No one really respected me at college and didn't look at me twice. Like, I remember females laughing about how skinny I was and being a rugby player. Like, it was embarrassing. And I think at this point, the pain of remaining the same outweighed the pain of change. On the rugby pitch, I'd get smashed. I was playing number 8 and I was 68 kilos, which is not a good combination when you're trying to be a rugby player. So at the end of my first summer of college, that's when I took the leap to step foot in the gym. Had zero clue what I was doing. I just followed the biggest guy in the gym at the leisure centre at the time and copied what I was doing. A few of my mates went to the gym as well, so I trained with them. But I got addicted, and I think this is where a personality trait of mine is I become obsessed with things when I want to get into it. I was researching all the forums about the best training plans, all the supplements, which at that time I didn't realise that supplements don't really play a big role in how your physique looks. This was probably the biggest turning point of my life. It's where I first started to notice the power of, I guess, self-improvement, and I treated it like I was playing a video game. And this is like the process that I treat everything I do now is everything I'm doing to become a better version of me. I see all these things as side quests. So obviously, turning up to the gym, looking more into my nutrition, always trying to better myself each day was a side quest to the main mission of prioritising my health. This first experience of self-development outside of video gaming led into multiple aspects of my life, which I'll cover in a bit. The biggest thing I can think of at that time was college as well. In my first year of college, I barely passed. I think I was only kept in really because I was half decent at playing rugby. My second year, when I started to develop my own physique, prioritise myself, I passed that second year with all distinctions. And I think this is where I realised health and prioritising your physique rubs off in so many other elements of life. I went out and got my first job, which was actually being a gym instructor, which is crazy considering how much I hated the gym to begin with. People started to respect me more as well. Like, I weren't looked at twice. I was getting more attention, which no matter what we say, we always seek validation in how we look and how we appear to people. No longer was I the guy as well who would avoid conversation at all costs. Yes, I'm still very, I guess, introverted with conversations, but I won't purposely avoid conversations like I would back then. My confidence levels increased when more of my friends and family are asking what I was doing and how I could potentially help them. Most things prior to this, I would have given up on. I didn't get the best grades in high school. I weren't getting the best grades in college. Everything from like a sports perspective, I would give up on, other than rugby and gaming. I think this is where I guess my traits from video gaming and being like a competitive rugby player, like, moved off nicely into the gym. Everything else I was giving up on, but something that I found a love for, I just wanted to pursue more and more and more. And this just gave me the confidence then in all other aspects of my life to go and pursue other things. Getting in shape proved to me what I was capable of. And yes, in the early stages, I probably weren't in the best shape of my life, but I noticed visible gains in my physique. I went from 68 kilos at my lightest to over 100 kilos at my heaviest. Was that all good weight? No, but being the bigger guy gave me more confidence. This version of me that I created just helped everything out. And this is what I want to get you guys realising is prioritising your health isn't just going to help you look good on the beach. It's going to help you impact so many other aspects of your life. I found a girlfriend who's now my fiance, and I'm getting married next year to her. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. All through having the confidence to be able to speak to females. Something, again, when I was skinny, I'd never have the confidence to speak to a female in a million years. I gain respect from others as well. Like, just like when you see an overweight person, you instantly think that they're not prioritising themselves, which was the same for me with being the skinny guy. I was a guy who weren't prioritising himself. Any guy that walks into a room who has a bit of muscle instantly catches people's eyes. And as much as I don't sound like an egotistical knob, it does demand respect because he's showing that he's self-care and he's prioritising himself. The discipline and the delayed gratification of prioritising myself and knowing that each day is just a better version of me. You don't see it the first week, but months, years down the line, you really start to notice the changes. This just helped with things such as like my business, especially like where I am at today as well. I went from being employed to partly employed / self-employed to fully self-employed as a personal trainer, to then taking the biggest risk of my life, completely getting rid of my personal training business and going fully online, and now running a fully functioning online coaching business on top of a business that helps coaches build their businesses, which still to this day blows my mind that I'm in that position. And I think all of this has come from me prioritising my physique, giving myself the self-confidence to be like, right, fuck anything else that you think. You are worthy of this. You have shown yourself what you can achieve. So let's help others do the same as well. The more I prioritise myself as well, and the more successful I've got in business and with my physique, the less I give a toss about the judgment of other people. A YouTube video to me a couple of years ago would be way off the cards because I'd hate the thought of what people think of me. Right now, I could not give a shit because the reality is I'm very comfortable in myself. I know the direction that I'm going in my business, with my physique and all my goals. I don't care about external validation anymore. Yes, obviously it's nice, the likes, the subscribes. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. But in reality, you should not give a shit what other people are thinking. Your journey is your journey, and the people that are going to be judging you, they're coming from a place of being envy of you. They're seeing the success that you're achieving with your physique. Then friends that try and self-sabotage you when it comes to social events, not saying to go to the gym, or you're getting too fat. Like, all these things that are going to steer you away from the goal that you're trying to get to. It's just jealousy. Prove them wrong. Because guess what? This is your journey and you only get one body and one mind. So fuck what anyone else thinks. Like, this is something that I'm really, really passionate about. It's as morbid as it is, you go to the grave on your own. This is your physique, this is your life. So why spend years procrastinating about prioritising yourself and worrying about what other people think about you? I just really, really frustrates me. Like, if I could be me 5 years ago and telling myself this advice now, I'd be in a much better position I'm in now. Because you should not give a toss what other people think about you. This camera now, a lot of you may be watching this who want to start a YouTube, you want to start your own business, or in fact, you just want to start prioritising yourself. but something's putting you off that. Get out of your own way. Just click record, press start, sign up to the gym for the first time, because you need to stop prioritising you. Your health should become first and foremost. You getting in better shape is going to rub off on all aspects of your life. You'll have the confidence to do YouTube videos like this. You'll have the confidence to improve your career. You'll have the confidence to start networking with new people. Things that maybe you right now feel way out of reach. Trust me, there is something that you can be doing. It just starts with you prioritising yourself and building up your confidence. Nothing bad ever came out of prioritising you. Only good things are going to happen by prioritising you. You may lose friends, but guess what? When one door closes, another door opens. There's people that I used to hang around with years ago who are still in the same position now. They haven't bothered prioritising themselves. They have got comfortable. You may not be like that. You want to start prioritising yourself. You want better things for you. So unfortunately, some doors have to close in order for other doors to open. None of these self-help books are going to help you, whether that be all self-care things, ice baths, journaling, gratification, meditation, whatever it is. Don't get me wrong, I do all these things, but that isn't helping with my physique. The biggest confidence boost that I ever got, and the biggest, I guess, mental health improvement, was seeing the daily changes, how I was prioritising myself, showing myself daily that if I put the work in, I'm going to get something better out of it. To start focusing on your health and your physique and watch many of your problems disappear. Sure, there's going to be sacrifices in the short term. You're going to have to start to look into your diet a bit more. You're going to have to start committing to the gym a bit more. You're going to have to start saying no to certain things. But trust me, the sacrifice you make today is the best investment you're making for the future you. You deserve more than the standards that you're setting for yourself right now. So go out and become that person that you've always wanted to be. Don't hold back. Because guess what? If nothing changes now, nothing's ever going to change. That career move that you want to make, go and chase it. That six-pack that you want, go and chase it. Because every day that passes by is a day that we're getting closer to our grave, as morbid as it sounds. You not prioritising you right now is going to give the future you all the hatred for what you didn't do right now. So start today. Get your shit in order. Start prioritising your diet. Start prioritising training. Make health a priority. And like I've said 100 times in this video, all aspects of your life are going to change when you get yourself in shape.